Dark Souls Remastered, a game series in itself that has always intrigued me, but one I must admit intimidated me. All I have ever heard about Dark Souls is that it is extremely difficult, dare say punishing, and requires a mastering just to survive. Putting this game on my list this year, I knew what I was setting myself up for, but I felt it was a worthy challenge to round out the year. It took me exactly 1 month to beat this game, and if I'm being honest, at least 1 week of that time, if not more, I chose not to play. Whether it was procrastination or simply delaying the inevitable, regardless, I have now beaten the game and am here to give my thoughts. Dark Souls is a game unlike which I've ever played. The first 2 hours alone were daunting enough to make me want to walk away and never look back. It's not the difficulty of fighting enemies or towering bosses that struck fear in me, but it was the idea itself of having to overcome this world and be better. You know, people say, get good, as somewhat of a joke, but the reality is that's all the game really requires of you in a nutshell. It's about teaching and learning and understanding things that you might have fought against initially, but by the end comes second nature to you. There was a moment, I can't remember exactly when, but it all just clicked for me. I was at a point where it all just felt like too much. You know, I was overwhelmed, I felt weak, and then, as if out of nowhere, I kind of started to understand, you know, where I was, what I was doing. The more I traveled, the more I grasped. You know, the more I fought and fell, the more I got back up and won. It's tough to really say exactly, and I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone, but I felt something with this game. For instance, Solaire, the goofy knight who I came across upon my journey, seeing him, that he was also pushing through, still burning with desire to see the sun again. It genuinely motivated me. I made sure that when it was all said and done, he made it out alive as well. There are parts of my journey that I do not look back fondly on. The stray demon, the four kings, those fucking rats under the bridge that are unusually aggressive, the bed of chaos which can go fuck itself. But in the end, when I walked down those steps of the Kiln of the First Flame, I wasn't ready. I was more than ready to take down that bastard behind the fog wall, but I wasn't ready for my journey to end. I may not have known it at the time, but I know it now. I went on a journey. One which I did not know if I would come back from. If I did come back, would I be the same person I was before? Am I that person now? Does the flame still burn? Should it? Did I make the right choices? Am I the same as he? Questions that burn in my mind with answers that cannot be so easily given. In other words, it was a good game.